right, y'all. Live, going live again. Here we go. Yeah, stamina. Yeah, shout out to stamina, man. That's breaker game right there. Yeah. Shout out to stamina for that one. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Stamina in the building. Two beats, what's going on? Yeah, man. About to go live again here. On the road, you know. And it's hot down here too, man. I was gonna get on yesterday, man, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. I was gonna get on Wednesday and I was gonna get on Thursday, but I said I gotta take a break, man. And I just went out and went for a hike and just kind of chilled out yesterday, man. And yeah, weather was nice down here yesterday, man. It was pushing like humidity was like 90 degrees. So I said, man, let me go out here. We gonna take a walk, go for a hike up this these these hills over here. So yeah, I said I gotta take a break. Had to take a little break, man. But yeah, man, I'm back. When was the last time I did live stream? I think I did one what Monday. I think I did one Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I said I just had to chill out a little bit. But yeah, got some good stuff to talk about, man. Got to get back on this WMMA talk. I want to talk about this. Want to talk about this Marina Rodriguez Michelle Waterson fight a little bit, man. Like why I'm not as excited for it anymore. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about the Carlos Esparza and Xiaonan fight a little bit. What the fight means, and is it really going to be a title eliminator? And then I want to know y'all's picks for tomorrow night. We got 3 WMMA fights. I'll give you my quick picks on them. These are some close fights, though. I mean, Poliana Bateo and Luana Carolina. This flyweight fight, I feel like it's a little bit close. I'll talk about that a little bit. I want to get y'all's pick. I give you my pick. Who else? Randy Marcos and Luana Pinheira. I think that's going to be a good fight. That's a must win for Randy Marcos. And what else? Loma Labutni and Sam Hughes. That's going to be a good fight. So, yeah, we got some good fights, straw weights and flyweights tomorrow. I know tonight got the, what's that, Combate Global. That's that Latin channel, Latin MMA channel. And they got an all women's card tonight. So I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, man, get started here at about the 4 minute mark. Yeah, man, I said I just gotta chill today on my day off. Day before that, I said it's a nice day outside. Last couple of days were nice out here, like pushing 80 degrees and stuff. So I said, man, I'm gonna chill out, man. Go for me, take me a nice little hike, and yeah, went for a run the other day, like a 6 mile run one day and hike the other day. I feel better, feel a little bit more refreshed now. Yo, Mr. Lee. All right. Yeah, two beats. I saw your video. Yeah, I saw your video. I saw the video you posted a few days ago. Well, about a week ago now. Man, I gotta look at it. It's on IG. I can't remember the channels. They're both like Spanish channels though. Like I can't find. I usually have to just use like this other thing. Like I have to pull it up and let you know. They got two sites you can look at. One's an app. You have to download the app and you can watch it up there for free. Let me see. Hold on. I'll give it to you before I get up off of here though. Yeah, man. There's no Yeah, that time is priceless stamina. That type of it's priceless, especially if you don't do it a lot. If you don't do it a lot, and it's like, man, that thing, you be like, wow, why have I not been doing more of this? Well, I know it's been winter time, but like, yeah, like winter time, it's like a dark time for me. I can't really do anything. I ain't in the mood for nothing but working. But like whenever that type of weather comes back around like this, man, I gotta start doing more of that outdoor stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, man, let's talk about these fights here real quick. Where I want to go. Yeah, first up, as y'all know, we're a week out. Marina Rodriguez. Well, hold on. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Waterson. They are set to fight May 8th, and they are taking they're taking the headliner. TJ Dillashaw got injured or whatever. He got I saw on like his social media, he posted up he got I think he needs to get stitches. So, Marina Rodriguez and Michelle Waterson, they're going to step in as the main event. This is like Michelle Waterson, her second main event. And this is Marina Rodriguez, of course, her first main event, right? And when I first heard this fight announcement, my reaction was, okay, I like this fight. What is Michelle Waterson? Number 9, I said, in strawweight, right? And Marina Rodriguez is number 6 in strawweight. So I started to get a little bit excited. I was like, dang, okay, she's taking a quick turnaround fight, to try to stay busy and make her name for herself in the strawweight division. But then I pumped the brakes, man. This fight is not taking place at 115. It's taking place at flyweight. So right there, I was like, oh wow, wait a minute now. Why is this fight taking place at 125? And when I heard that, my excitement for the fight, it kind of went down a little bit. I was like, okay, this fight's taking place as a stay busy fight, more so like a filler for the card, to substitute in for a main event. And now that these two are fighting, it's not gonna elevate them in flyweight, definitely, because they're not ranked flyweight. It's not gonna do anything for them in strawweight because it's 125. So when I heard this, I was like, oh man, everything just kind of went down. I was like, oh man, I thought Marina Rodriguez was gonna come back, make a name in strawweight again, take another strawweight name, and we'd have, be on to something. So my reaction for the fight went down. Weight makes a difference to me. I mean, like, yeah, weight class definitely gonna make a difference because the significance of it, the direction of it, what's it gonna do for you? Um, my thing is like, okay, some people might say it's still the same fight, but like I said, it's a difference, man, because it's not gonna do anything for you if it's at 125. If you're not a natural flyweight, if that's not your fighting weight, then it's not really gonna do anything for you. That's why I was telling somebody. I was like, I'm not looking forward to it anymore because it's not where it's meant to be. So yeah, my interest in the fight now is just a fight, just much like they're taking the fight, they're considering the stay busy fight. Even Rodriguez is a stay busy fight. But to be said, weight cut issue. It's not even really a weight cut issue. It's just a quick turnaround because in a recent interview, Michelle Waterson said that she would have made weight, but I think it was her and her husband that came to the agreement that they weren't going to rush it or cut it that fast or whatever. So it was more of an agreement, I guess. Like it wasn't a weight cut issue. It was just like a quick turnaround. Because Marina Rodriguez doesn't have a problem making she doesn't have a problem making 115, and Michelle Waterson doesn't either. It's just more so the fact that it was a kind of a quick turnaround. But she said she could have made the weight if they would have let her. She would have made the weight. And that's one reason it should have been at 115. I know these weight cuts can be killer, but if she says she can make it, then, let her at least try to make that weight. Don't make it a catch weight fight or make it a flyweight fight until maybe like the last minute. If they have trouble at the last minute, just say, okay, well, If they can't cut the pounds, we'll just kind of meet here at like 118 or 117 or 118, something like that, you know. And Marina Rodriguez is coming off a turn, not really like quick turnaround. Um, I feel like a fighter like her should try to stay near weight. That's how I feel. Yeah, they might perform better. They might perform a little bit better, but it's not gonna do anything for their rankings. It's not gonna do anything for it. Yeah, it's a win on their resume, but it's not gonna do anything for the rankings. It's not gonna put them in 125, and it's not gonna move them up in the ranks at 115. To me, it should have been some type of agreement where it was just made it like 117 or 118, where it could still count as strawweight, something like that, where they both fighters agree on it. Stamina. Let me see. Here, Stamina said, "My understanding was the fight is at flyweight due to the short notice of the pairing." Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe they'll still consider the outcome in the rankings. Hopefully, in the rankings following the week. Get that McGregor. Yeah. Get that McGregor and Cowboy privilege. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Right. Maybe they'll factor that in if they put on like a good fight or something. Like if one of them gets like a good stoppage or something like that, and it turns out to be a good fight, maybe they will. But yeah, that is a reason. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's a short notice. But like I said, Michelle Waterson said she could have done it. Like she said she could have made the weight or tried to make the weight. I got to go back and listen to what Marina Rodriguez said. I don't know if she's like if she was just kind of up in the air about it, or if she just went on and agreed with it. Mr. Lee says so. The fight doesn't count. It counts as a. It definitely counts on the resume. It's a fight. It's a flyweight fight, but it's not gonna move them up the rankings, from my understanding. But like Stammer was saying, like maybe they'll try to work something out since it was short notice. They should start doing stuff like that. Like if they call on two straw weights and they can't make weight right away and they need a like main event, then they should say, okay, well, since we're doing this on short notice, we'll cut you a deal. If you can at least make 125, because we really need you to fight tonight. If you two can at least make 125, then we will count this to move up in the. We'll count this as a rankings fight for your fighting weight. Maybe they could have made weight, but how safe would it have been? Maybe yeah. That's what I was thinking about too. That's why I said like that's why Michelle Waterson, her husband, said, okay, well, if you try, you try, but I don't think you should. So that was probably the smart idea. Savage, what's going on? Anything over 116 can't be classified as straw weight, so no reason to pick any number over the next division up. Yeah, but it was like you were saying though, like if you did 118 or 119, you could count it as straw weight, right? Because you said like if they fought at 125 and the fight turned out to be good, or whatever, the performance was good, then they would count that in the strawweight ranking, right? So that would be a good deal, though. You could still count that as a strawweight because it would be closer to that weight. I mean, what do they walk around? What do they walk around at? Do you think? Uh, Michelle Waterson doesn't look too big. I'm thinking Michelle Waterson maybe walk around at like. Mm, I think Michelle Waterson probably walk around like 130 or something like that, maybe like 130, 135. And Marina Rodriguez, she's just got like a tall, slim frame anyway. I'm sure she probably walk around the same thing, these girls aren't like Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes comes down from Man, the Nunes be walking in like 150, 160. Hell, she pushed 170 sometime, you know, when she comes down to bantamweight. But yeah, Michelle Waterson, she don't really look that big. She, you know, Michelle Waterson probably look like in the 130 pounds. Marina Rodriguez, same thing, you know, because she's like, you know, tall, long built. So she probably in like in the 130s like that. I doubt she gets up to like 140, man. Because that's the thing about Michelle Waterson. You know, Michelle Waterson still stays in shape. You know, she stays in shape even during her off season. So maybe like she was feeling like 15 pounds wasn't too much, but we're a week out now, so 15 pounds would be a lot for her to cut. 15 pounds would be a lot for both of them to cut. I mean, for Michelle Waterson, the way she looked, you know, her weight would be mostly in her legs because you know she has those big legs. So, but other than that, they both like stay in shape. So neither one of them get blown up. Marcus Bell, what's going on? Yeah. So I mean, aside from the weight situation, I'm just kind of like, oh man, like hopefully they could do something with it. You know, maybe they could still count it as a strawweight fight, but I doubt it. I was just looking at some other fights on some underground circuits. I mean, there's always catch weight fights. You know, there's always some catch weight fights that had to be made at the last minute. So if it don't count for anything, I mean, I'm just hoping for a good fight now. Um, I think that style wise, it's going to be interesting. You know, I can't help but favor Marina Rodriguez in the stand up. You know, she's got the longer reach and just the overall. Uh, I think she just has the better hands. Now the kicks might be interesting. You know, the kicks might be interesting here. You know, Michelle Waters has got some good kicks. It's all in a matter of how her stamina holds up too. You know, I think Marina Rodriguez has very good ability to control the center of the octagon. You know, she's very good at controlling the center, and I think that's going to be her big advantage point. For Michelle Waterson, you know, her thing is going to have to be to start chopping away the lead leg of Marina Rodriguez, and eventually set up something to go in for the takedown. Because you know, Michelle Waterson, her ground game to me is still better than Marina Rodriguez, so that's something she needs to be working on. Um, it doesn't seem like it's something that's really been improving throughout her past 2 or 3 fights. You know, I think Michelle Waterson has a little bit of everything in there that could be very effective in this fight. You know, some of these veterans they give Marine Rodriguez trouble though. You know, like Randa Marcos did, of course Carla did, and I think those fighters that are willing to take chances, like Michelle Waterson, she'll take some chances. You know, she'll take it to the ground. You know, she was looking strong against Rose. You know, in some moments. You know, she was in there try to get that hip toss. She tried to get that hip toss on our Rose Namajunas, but Rose Namajunas is just a much better grappler, and she was able to maneuver her legs around and get the back of Michelle Waterson a few times. But Michelle Waterson, she's pretty strong in me. In my opinion. Oh, Savage said Michelle trying to get it. Michelle trying to get a weight advantage. I would rather they just fight at 125, but that's those girls. Not a fan either, but maybe it'll be a fun fight to watch. I mean, I like them both. I mean, they put on some good fights. I mean, I don't really have a problem with them. I mean, I don't really hear like crazy junk talking or talking out the side of their necks from either one of these fighters too much. As long as they taking the fight, I'm coming. I don't think she's really looking for a weight advantage. I mean, it's not the fact that she's looking for a weight advantage. It was like we were just talking about. I think she's just not able to make that weight in that time. You know, like I said, if she walks around at 130, 135, 15 pounds, 20 pounds is a lot to cut in, a week out. So I don't think she's really looking for a weight advantage. I mean, if that be the case, that means Michelle Waterson would have a weight advantage because she's the longer fighter here, right? She would have that more weight, and that would add to her power. Because speaking of power, I think that, the power advantage as far as hands go to Marina Rodriguez. She's the more precise striker. But looking at the kicks, Michelle Waterson, she has power in her kicks. Like I said, a lot of her power generates from her legs. So that I think the fight to me is going to be a little bit closer. I think the fight's going to be a little bit closer than we think. I know Marina Rodriguez scored that big knockout over Amanda Ibas, but that was really just kind of due to the way Amanda Ibas disrespected her power. She was just trying to walk into these shots. She didn't think she had the power, so boom, she got knocked out. But I don't think that Michelle Waterson is going to be walking into that type of stuff. It's going to take Marina Rodriguez actually having to set up some traps and actually have to, put that type of pressure on her to land something big. But Michelle Waterson, man, she got her second headliner here, For non-title holders, she's got two. For non-title holders, she's got two headliners. So, still think Angela Hill did enough to win the other fight, but still, But yeah, let's move on here real quick. I'll probably talk about the fight a little bit more. I kind of just want to break it down because I think they both are going to bring a style that's going to be exciting when you match these two up. Let's see. What else we're going to talk about here? Early look. Like I said, I kind of think it's 50-50. I'm going to give Marina. Let me see if I give Marina the edge. Marina, I give her the edge. I got to think about it. If it goes to the ground, I know Michelle Waterson's going to have more success. But she's going to have to get past those power shots. She's going to have to be able to get on the inside. And she is hard. Marina Rodriguez is hard to get on the inside of. Tecia Torres, if you have height disadvantage against Marina Rodriguez, she's very tough to get in on. I know she was putting them teep kicks in Tecia Torres' stomach, knocking her back. So Tecia Torres could never really get in on Marina Rodriguez. Cynthia Calvillo, it wasn't until what was it, the second and third round when she started really putting it on her, and she fought her to a draw. Carla Esparza, she was the one that was the most experienced. She was the stronger one. She's the wrestler, so she was able to get in there on Marina Rodriguez. So that's why I say it's 50-50, because I think if Michelle Waterson takes it to the ground, it'll be her fight. She could just make it a boring fight just by putting Marina Rodriguez on her back. I don't think much can change between her Ibas fight and now, where she'll feel comfortable to fight off of her back yet. Yeah, so let's jump to this next fight. Help me out here. What's the date, y'all? I'm not looking right now. I'm going to talk about Carla Esparza versus Xiaonan just a little bit here. I can't think of the date right now. It's in May, but I can't think of the date. But this fight here is supposed to be a title eliminator. And what I really wanted to talk about with this fight is, somebody mentioned this to me again, they keep saying Zhang Weili deserves a title shot, or she deserves a rematch, excuse me, which I'll talk about in another video. But right now, everybody's talking about Wmma, which I already talked about. Wmma, she wants a title shot. With all these other names around, people are ignoring these two hardworking fighters in Carla Esparza and Xiaonan, And in my opinion, right now, Yan and Carla, their fight is a legit title eliminator. I don't care what anybody says. I know Zhang held the belt and, she wants a rematch. She feels like she can, change things around. But, let's be honest, there's no need to rush it. I mean, you go back and work on some of these weaknesses you have. And, of course, Wmma still has that privileged number 2 spot. But to me, that doesn't really mean anything. You've been out of the game for a year. So while everybody's talking about these two names, they're kind of overlooking Jan, and Carla. And these are the two fighters right here that have been just kind of making a name for themselves. They've been in here working. They've been in here just fighting, staying active. You know, Jan, she made a call out of Zhang whenever when she started moving up the rankings, which I felt was smart on her part because she knew that that would put her in the title eliminator, which it did with Carla Esparza. And Carla Esparza, you know, 4-fight winning streak, all top 15 fighters that she beat. And now if she beats Xiaonan, that's a 5-fight winning streak. So people are overlooking these two. They're overlooking these two. These two are the legit contender. Whoever wins is legit contender for the strap. I mean, a lot of people disagree with that, but yeah, like that holds more weight than Joanna right now. That holds more. It holds a little bit more weight than Zhang. I'm gonna say that. I don't care if you disagree with me or not. I just feel like from the cornerman eye, Yan Xiaonan, there's no, excuse me, Zhang Wei Li, there's no need to rush her into another Rose Namajunas fight when that's so much pressure on her. And then there's still time to, work on your defense and work on certain things. No need to get in there and get beat 2 times in a row. You know, let me check chat here. J Ball, Young was no longer reigning champ. She doesn't deserve a rematch. Okay. Michelle has more ways to win, but that might not matter. Oh yeah, I got you. Okay. J Ball said, even though I'm a JJ fan, Joanna needs at least one, if not 2 more fights before time. Thank you. See, you're an honest. See, J Ball's an honest Joanna fan. Like, you ain't speaking like some of these people that come on my channel and they're saying I don't like her. I mean, I don't dislike. I mean, I do like the work she puts in as a champion, but that was like 4 years ago. See, J Ball, you being an honest fan. You just being an honest fan. Like, she's been out of the game for a minute and she's lost 4 title shots. She's 2-4 in her last 6 fights. So yeah, Joanna doesn't deserve a title shot. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you admit that. And I'm being nice. I actually said she just needs 1 fight. I said just give her 1 fight. Let Joanna fight. At the time I was saying fight Marina Rodriguez. It's before she was lined up to fight Waterson. Let her fight that fight. If she wins, then give her a title shot. Stammen said, I don't care for Carla, but hold on. I don't care for Carla, but neither Wei Li nor Joanna should go ahead of her and Xiaonan. No, sir. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. No, not at all, man. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I want to bring this fight up, man. Carla and Jan, everybody put your feelings aside. These 2 fighters are being overlooked. They have a fight coming up, and this could lead to a title shot. I know they're not as popular as Joanna or Zhang, but when you're looking at as matchmaker, you got to say, okay, let me check these resumes. Well, damn, Joanna, you've been out for a year. Damn, Joanna, you lost 4 fights. Like, what makes you better than Carla, who's on a 4-fight win streak right now? No, we got to let you step to the side. All right, Zhang Wei Li. Oh, you got knocked out in 1 round by Rose Namajunas. I mean, I'm not making fun of that. I'm just saying, like, you just got knocked out. And you won the title shot right away. Yeah, it might be smart to take a break. I know you're #1 contender still, but it might be nice to take a break and see what you did wrong, because what you did wrong, I think a lot of people felt like would have been your spell disaster. Hang on 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So what was I saying? I almost forgot. Okay. All right. What was I saying? Yeah. Just going down the list of fighters again, man. Like when you're looking at what they did right and what they did wrong. I mean, you got to say Carl and Jan are fighting their way to a title eliminator. I mean, Jan didn't get the number 3 spot for nothing. You know, after beating, I know people say, "Oh, Carolina was damaged." She beat Carolina. She beat Claudia. Okay, so at the time that was good for her because it pushed some of these other fighters out of the way who were on their way down when they took Nina Azaroff out of the rankings at the time. Well, they didn't take her fully out. No, I'm thinking, Tatiana Suarez when she came out, that definitely helped push Jan up to number 3. So yeah, they're in that spot. They're in that spot. You can't overlook them. J Ball said Carl needs to get the dub so we can see her versus Rose too. Yeah, I know a lot of people think that fight's gonna be different. It's hard to say, man, because sometimes when a fighter destroys you one time, they have that mental edge over you. But I gotta say, Rose is definitely gonna be the favorite this go round. We got Crisada Adams versus late tonight. Yeah. I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, it's around midnight, after midnight. Where am I at? I'm gonna just check this chat here. Okay. Savage said perhaps a lack of name recognition hurts as far as in Yawn. Carla isn't a fan favorite. Yawn's more fan, please, but most people don't know her. Yeah, that's what I was saying just a minute ago. I was saying that people are talking about Yawn. People are talking about Wei Lee, and they're talking about Joanna more just because they're more popular. But if you're looking at the actual ranking in the resume, you got to go by that. You got to go by your rankings. If you didn't put your ranking, if you're not going by your rankings, there's no need to put a ranking system, right? That's why people are trying to overlook them, yeah, because they're not known. Like I was saying, yeah. You want to have 4 title shots during the UFC tenure. European Holly Holm in this. Exactly. Exactly. Joanna Holm, man. Like, I like Holm. Look, I like Holly Holm, but there's sometimes you just gotta say, no, man, like there's other fighters in there that need this title shot. There's just so many that you just can't overlook right now. Yeah, man. Four title shots, man. Four title fights. I mean, not even title shots because the first one was the Rose fight that she lost. Then she lost the rematch. Then she lost the Valentina fight. Then she lost the Zhang fight. And in the interview, she was saying that, oh man, like they were all close fights. I mean, they were all close fights. One was a knockout loss. The Valentina fight was competitive in moments, but for the most part, Valentina was dominating. I mean, she wasn't getting stopped in that Valentina fight, but Valentina still had her way with her. So you gotta look at that. You gotta look past that. Savage said also I agree that Jan and Carl deserve a title shot, but the fact they're both kind of one-dimensional type fighters, that may be a factor as well. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so because you got a lot of one-dimensional fighters that get title shots though. Holly Holm is not like a straight out one-dimensional fighter, but there's still times she doesn't make adjustments on the fly in a fight that can win her a fight, that can win her a title again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's because they're one-dimensional, but because they're number one. They're what, number 3 and 4 right now. It just comes to how they get their wins. Mr. Lee, I'm no fan of rematches. Share the opportunity, share the wealth, share the belt. Rematches just lead to more. I mean, right now, Mr. Lee, it's not that I don't want to see rematches. I want to see the right rematches because everybody in the top 5 is pretty much going to be a rematch right now. If Rose fights Joanna, that's a 3rd fight. If Rose fights Carla Esparza, that's going to be a 2nd fight. If Joanna fights Wei Lee, that's a 2nd fight. And if Jessica Andrade comes back in the mix, that's the 3rd fight with Rose, or that's the 2nd fight with Wei Lee, or that's the 2nd fight with Joanna. It's not really the rematch thing that's bothering me. It's just a matter of how it's going around. Like, because everybody's going to have run it back sooner or later. You know, as long as everybody faces everybody, then whenever you get back in that position, then somebody's going to meet somebody again eventually, you know? Yeah. Yeah, like because I'm actually curious to see Rose and Carla run it back because that's been like 7 years out. So that's kind of going to be fresh in people's minds because a lot of people didn't see that first fight between Carla and Rose. Shoot, a lot of people don't even remember Carla and Joanna fight because they still asking me how did Joanna win the belt because that's how long those fights have been now. To be said, who wins between Jan and Carla? That's tough, man. Carla, man, Carla got a lot of skills, man. Like Carla got skills people just don't understand. Like I be seeing her evolve as a fighter. It's not like in your face evolving, but she finds ways to win, man. She finds ways to win. And if she can do what Claudia couldn't do in the Yan fight, I'm gonna give Carla. I'm gonna go with Carla right now. I mean, I'm gonna probably go back and do some film study, but I'm gonna go with Carla right now. Carla gotten a little bit stronger and she's put on some more muscle and she's been using that muscle to her advantage. Yeah, she's gotten stronger, man. Like got a little bit stronger. I mean, if Yarn just puts hand speed on her like Joanna did, then yeah, we might see a different fight. But if Carla gets on the inside, you might as well call it a wrap. If she gets on the inside for 3 rounds and she keeps it on the ground, I mean, this girl was like out grappling and out strengthening Verna Genderoba. And she had Verna Genderoba in trouble. Like Verna had any never really had Carl in any danger. I know that's a different type of fighter, but you know, Verna Genderoba was just like a little lost with Carla. That's what I'm saying. Like Carla be taking these fighters to school. Nobody want to admit it, but yeah. Early look, I'm leaning towards Carla Esparza. Carla's more likely to beat Yan. However, if Yan can show that can defend Carla's takedowns and the fight goes to Yan. Yep. J Boss said I'm rooting for Carla against Yawn. Hopefully she can beat Rose. I'm only saying this selfishly because I know JJ likely loses to Rose 7 out of 10 times. Yeah, yeah, Rose gonna beat Joanna. Yeah, probably yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, 7 or 8 times. Stamina says since their first fight, Rose has improved way more than Carla has. Carla definitely shouldn't win a rematch were it to happen. Shouldn't, but you never know. Like I wouldn't put money on that fight. I think the thing is, I think Rose improved way more in different departments, whereas Carla's just kind of been steady growing and improving in like some of the strengths that she already had, if that makes sense. Like Carla is becoming stronger and stronger with her wrestling and fighting on the ground. She hasn't really like added a pure boxing element to her style. She's just getting better with what she already knows. And I think that Rose has gotten better and better at striking, which and better distance management, which yeah, that's gonna be dangerous for Carla. And when you put that together, man, that's just 50-50 for me. And then you gotta factor in the mental edge too. Carla dominated and stopped her in that first fight. So mental edge, you got to give the mental edge to Carla. So if you give Carla the mental edge and Rose the overall accurate striking and precision punching, she might have the edge in some people's eyes, but I'm saying it's 50-50, man. I'm not putting money on that fight. It could be similar to yeah, okay, Ernest just said it. No, I was gonna think of Rose though. If Rose and Carla fought, then she would probably take a book out of Alexa Grasso and do that times 10. Yeah, because you say y'all needs to look at Alexa Grasso film and correct the mistakes Grasso made. Yep, yep, yep. That's what Rose gonna do if if she gets to Carla again. Whaley versus JJ was way better, but the rest of the title fights, JJ clearly lost. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah, like the Whaley fight was very close. And if people saw the draw or they saw Joanna win it, I'm fine with that. I had Whaley win it, but still. But yeah, the other title fights, yeah, they were close. The top 6 fights are always likely to rematch, yeah, because they're also ahead of the rest. Yeah, yeah. Carla's hands are not too bad either. Yeah, they're decent. They're decent. I don't think she's added like I said, I don't think she's added a pure boxing element to her style over the years though. Like she's probably worked on her striking, but it's not like great. It gets her some wins because she landed she put hands on Alexa Grasso, who is a boxer. Another thing, if Carla wins, she deserves over others for the fact that other than Joanna, maybe yawn a little bit, she's one of the few strawweights calling for a title shot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. When she goes on that fight, if she picks up her 5th win, she's definitely going past Joanna. So, Joanna will have to kind of sit back and be quiet for a bit. Right? Let me catch up here. Y'all going fast. So as long as Carla finds a way, I'm gonna find ways to go to sleep. Just put on Holyfield McBride, Marcus. Top 6 is fine. That's 3 pairs of women. That's always be fight. Yeah. Keep Carl looks strong against. Yeah, Carla looks strong in that Claudia fight. She won that fight to me. 2 things I like about Carla is her demeanor because her fights and happen to have the greatest fight nickname. Yeah, they're having to have the greatest fight nickname UFC. Roses. Your Rose has evolved, but Carla has always been a great wrestler base. Yeah, yeah. What else we got? All right. Okay, we're catching up here. All right, so let's oh yeah, make sure I hit the like button too. All right. Got about 10 more minutes here. So real quick, let's go through our picks, man. Who y'all got for tomorrow's fights? First, who do y'all got against Loma versus Sam? I think it's gonna be a good stand-up fight. Yeah, yeah. Make sure y'all hit the like button too, y'all. So these notifications always go through. It's this. All right. Good stand-up fight. Good stand-up fight. I think it's gonna be explosive. You gonna get a lot of kicks from Loma Labugni, a lot of clinch work. Sam, watching her through LFA, I think she's an all-around fighter. I feel like she has good distance. Some of these earlier fights I've seen her in. Tisha Torres though, that was a tough one though, man. Like, whew, she was a veteran, boy. She really put the power on Sam in that fight. Um, I like Sam. I like to see her win. I like to see her win this fight though. Loma is tough though, man. Loma is tough. Y'all got Loma, okay. Yeah, I see. I'm going with Sam. I'll go with Sam Hughes. Definitely got to go for a fan pick in this one. I'm gonna go with Sam Hughes in this fight. It's gonna be a tough battle though, because Loma, man, yeah, that girl's got good clinch work, some good knees. Her kicks, man, she throws them with big, bad intentions, man. And that's where Sam would have to really commit to timing one of those big kicks that she throws like that. You have to step out and counter or go for a takedown. Might be a fight she has actually takes Loma to the ground. Like, how is Loma's groundwork in y'all's opinion? I think it's still questionable to me. Yeah, so we just moving quick here. So yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna go with fan pick here. I'm gonna go with Sam Hughes. Um, Random Marcos and Luana Pinheiro. Oh man, I want Randa, man. She got to win this one, man. I think this is a crossroads fight for Randa Marcos, man. Joanna Pinheiro, she's a judoka, right? Yeah, she's a judoka. Been working on her hands though, man. She's been working on that hand speed. Her hands been looking pretty good. Even in that contender series, I know that's a different type of fight, but what do you think, Marcus? I mean, do you think Pinheiro will kill that contender curse? You think she'll win? This is another one like 50-50, man, but I'm gonna go with another fan pick. I'm gonna go with Randa Marcos, man. I think Randa can win this fight. If that contender curse is still out there for a lot of these fighters, man, then Randa's got it. But I'm gonna go Randa Marcos, man, because yeah, I've been riding with her since the Tough House. So I want to see her win too, man. I want to see her stay in here, man. I just feel like she keep getting the raw end of the deal with some of these fights, though, man. She deserves a solid win here. I hope she can go in there and do it, man. All right, mostly everybody's got Loma for the Sam Hughes fight. I'm gonna go with Sam Hughes though. I'm gonna go for Randa. Like I said, I'm going for Randa and Lunera Pinheiro. I can see Pinheiro using that strength though at times, trying to toss her. So that's where Randa's got to go in there and be quick with her grappling, man. These are gonna be good fights though, man. When they're hard to call like this, they're gonna be good fights. Randa Marcos Luana is tricky, but you don't know if Randa can pull it off, while on the other end the curse exists with contender fights. Okay, thank you, man. Yeah. Got Randa overall. Okay. Hoping Luana wins, to be said, but those fighters with the close 500 records with a lot of fights and rarely gets finishes are dangerous prospect. That's true, man. Like, people can't underestimate Randa's record here. Don't see her record with this many wins. I mean, this amount of wins, this many losses, and think she's gonna lose. She's rarely been stopped in these fights. So, who stopped Randa Marcos? Like Mackenzie Dern, right? Yeah, that was like the most recent fighter that submitted her, right? All right, so everybody's kind of 50-50 on this one. I see some people got Randa, some people got Luana. I got Randa Marcos. All right, let's go to the last one. Poliana Bateo and Luana Carolina. This is another close fight because I'm like, Poliana Bateo, she's a good stand-up fighter, but when I saw how Jillian Robertson handled her physically, and was able to take her to the ground and just outclass her on the ground, I was really like, man, like she still has to work on her ground game. Like her stand-up game is decent, but it wasn't enough to get the respect even from Jillian Robertson. Poliana Bateo has strong kicks as well. She's got some strong body kicks and some decent, power. Luana Carolina, she's kind of long and lanky here. But when I was watching her let Ariane Lipsky back her up, it was almost like she wasn't committed to fighting on the outside. So I could see this being a stand-up fight. And I think it's going to come down to the stronger fighter here. And if Luana Carolina doesn't deal with that pressure, excuse me, if Carolina can't deal with that pressure from Bateo, I think I could see Bateo winning this fight. Unless Carolina takes it to the ground and goes for a submission, or if she goes into that top position and just tries to control it. Yeah, man, I couldn't believe that. When she lost to Jessica Benet, they might have to rematch one day. You got to get that win back. Savage, I think Randa Marcos understated. Her record's understated, and Luana's is overstated. Yeah, that can be said. Yeah, definitely. Randa Marcos got all the veterans on her record. She's been around longer. But Pinheiro, it's still a test. Like, what I seen from Pinheiro in the Contender Series, she showed some good hands, but it's really hard to say if it is going to be enough to beat a veteran in Randa Marcos. It just depends on what Randa shows up. Like, will Randa kind of fall back like she did in the Claudia Gadelha fight, or will she be like she was in the Angela Hill fight? You know, like in the Claudia Gadelha fight, Randa didn't do too much. Randa didn't do too much in that fight, but Angela Hill, she seemed to let go in that fight and get her submission win quick. You know. Yeah, it'd be a nice win for Carolina, you know, because coming back after that torn ACL and that submission loss, man, yeah, that was that one is that was hard to call. Like Poliana's pressure and stand up might come into play, but let's see if Luana Carolina can get it, like get this fight to the ground. If she can get this fight to the ground, then I'll favor her more so. Another damn 50-50 fight though. Let's be honest, man. Yeah, two beats. Yeah, 6 first-round finishes ain't bad, but it depends on who you beat. Like that's good confidence and good momentum, but to me, it all kind of depends on who you beat, though. You know, like let's look at Luana Pinheiro's record here real quick before I get out of here. Uh, Luana Carolina, Luana Pinheiro. So we got 2 Luanas here. I don't know, man. The more and more I think about this, I'm leaning towards Randall Marcos. Like, I don't think this is 50-50 anymore. The more and more I look at these resumes, just look at, I'm going with Randa 60-40, man. I'm sorry. And if Randa loses this, it's because she didn't let go. She didn't use what she know. And if she loses, that means yeah, she might have to get cut because I'm I'm believing in Randa Marcos on this one. I can't let that hype get in the way. Nah, man. I'm believing in Randa in this one. Randa's gonna win it. It ain't 50-50. Randa's gonna have to win this fight, man. She can win this fight 60-40. That's what I'm leaning towards. Exact. Thank you, Mark. It's not the time to show leaky IQ. That's why that's the one thing that's kind of like got me a little bit. That's what's got me on the fence is the IQ, Marcus. Like the IQ and the level up, man. Like if she don't level up, come on, man. You got the IQ. You should have a higher IQ than Pinheiro going into this fight. I'm giving her that. You got to have the higher IQ. Come on, you got to. You face better competition. But like 2P said, yeah, she got those 6 first round finishes. She don't have that much experience. She's used to fighting one round. So Miranda Marcos got to take her in the deep waters. Take her into that second and third round. Make it ground. Take it to the ground, man. I know she's a judoka and everything, but look, you got use your jujitsu on this girl. Use that overhand right. Her striking isn't the best either. Like her striking is really not the best. She's working on it. She's got hand speed, but it's not the best yet. Yeah, I think they're trying to feed her to Luana. This is the name they're feeding to her right off top. So nah, I'm gonna go with Mark. I'm gonna go with Randa in this fight. I'm gonna go with Randa for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Sam Hughes. I'm going Randa Marcos, and last fight I'm up in the air about, man. Poliana versus Carolina, Luana Carolina. I am leaning more towards Bateo though, man. If I had to pick, I'll say Bateo. Unless she can prove me wrong. Yeah, so those are my picks. I noticed that she got one punch right. KO power at the end of the day is a vet, so I meant the last sentence. Yeah, yeah, so those are my picks. But yeah, I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I just want to come on and yeah, like I said, do some MMA talk since I was out past couple of days, some WMMA talk. Good conversation, man. For those that didn't join in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Like Carla Yan is a title eliminator in my opinion. Michelle versus Marina. the fight is what it is. I'm just hoping they put on a good fight. I just wish it was 115, but hey, what are you gonna do? We'll watch it, right? And yeah, I gave y'all my picks, so make sure y'all check out. Hold on here, let me pull this up. Yeah, make sure y'all check out that Combate Global. Oh yeah, Two Beasts wanted to know. Hold on, Two Beasts. Let me pull that's app up. Hold on. Oh. Combate Global. TUDN and Univision. TU and Univision. Hang on. I'm trying to find it here. TUD. All right. Yeah, starts at 12:30 midnight, and you can watch it here. There you go, Two Beasts. Yeah, that's the TUDN, Tudden, whatever it's called. That's an app you can watch it on. So yeah, you can check out that Global tonight on there, Combat Global. But yeah, yo, I'm about to get up out of here. I'll probably drop through. Let me see. I got some stuff to do tomorrow, but I'll probably come on before fight night tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I got some other videos to do, man. Just make sure y'all subscribe. I'm getting out of here. Shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat. Shout out to Stamina. Yeah, definitely, man. Breaker Squad, hashtag Breaker Squad, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna start calling it now. The Breaker Squad, y'all. So make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Peace.